Hello, hello, hello. My name is Keisha Mason Campbell. I am welcoming you to my sip and chat. I am pinning my website. Hello, hello. I want to welcome everyone for joining, and I want to thank you for coming and also for watching the replay. Tonight's topic is going to be about being a fixer. So, welcome, welcome. My name is Keisha Mason Campbell. I am the author of Not Your Journey to Take. I teach women that no is a complete sentence, and I show them how to set healthy boundaries and to put their needs first when it comes to their loved ones. I'm going to give it about 30 seconds. Um, and I am on Facebook and I am also on Instagram. So I'll go ahead and get started. So, again, my name is Keisha Mason Campbell. I'm the author of Not Your Journey to Take. I teach women that no is a complete sentence. I show them how to set healthy boundaries and to put their needs first when it comes to their loved ones. So, our topic tonight is, as a fixer, what should you do? As a fixer, you become responsible for everybody and everything. And with that being said, you don't set boundaries. You continue to move in a space where you are responsible. You are responsible for making sure that they have money in their pocket, for making sure they get to where they have to go for making sure to make sure that you are showing up for them even when they're not showing up for themselves. As a fixer, you need to learn how to shift your focus from being about your loved one into making it about yourself. It can be hard to do, absolutely. Why? Because of the love that we have for our loved ones creates a hindrance where we won't walk away and we don't stop, nor do we put ourselves first. What do? We continue to take care and love on them and love them and making sure that they're okay. Meanwhile, forgetting about yourself. Again, this is our sip and chat. I have tea today. It's a turmeric and ginger tea, but it's really good. Usually I have my Starbucks, so I have tea on this evening. So I'm hoping that you have tea, coffee, mimosa, or your choice of your drink. Shifting your focus. So what happens with shifting your focus is you have to pause, not answer immediately, not take on the responsibility of your loved one. I'm not saying not help them. I am not saying that. What I am saying is do it with caution. Set some boundaries. Stop saying yes all the time. Sometimes say no. I don't know, not right now, not today. Those can be some ready responses that you use. Something else we do as a fixer, we do not pick our life's focus. We don't focus on ourselves. We focus on everything and everybody else except ourselves. We have to stop that. We have to learn that boundaries doesn't mean you don't love your loved one. Boundaries doesn't mean you won't help your loved one. Boundaries doesn't mean you can't be there to support. What boundaries mean is put me first, think about myself and my actions and what I have going on in my life. So when you're asking something of me, when I tell you yes or no, I will be doing it making an informed decision about myself. Instead of giving all of myself to you to help you in any situation that you're dealing with, whether I have the capacity for it or not, that's what we do as fixers. Why? Because that's our expectation. We are expected to fix everything. And it's okay for people to feel that way about you and for you to feel that way about yourself. But where does the boundary lies? When do you say no? When do you put yourself first? When do you say, I'm not going to make this decision right now? Let me pause. Why don't you talk to me in about 24 hours and I'll let you know how I feel. I'll let you know if I'm going to do. I'll let you know if I'm going to loan. I'll let you know if I'm going to carry. And I'll let you know if I'm going to participate at all. It is up to you. As fixers, we don't know how to do that. But you learn through trial and error. You also learn that you do not have to be everything to everybody. You are not required to be everything to everybody. What you are required to do is to take care of yourself, because you can't help somebody if you're not helping yourself first, right? You can't help somebody if you're not helping yourself first. So then you think about, what would the world look like if I did pause, if I did say no, if I did say wait a minute, if I didn't answer immediately, if I didn't show up when you asked? What would the world look like? It won't fall apart, that's for sure. It will not fall apart. What you will learn how to do is show up for yourself. You will learn how to show up for yourself. You will learn how to take care of you. You will learn to put you first, still helping your loved ones. I will never say don't do it, because I still do it. But I do it with boundaries. And they know I don't love them any less. As a matter of fact, I love them even more. But I continue to help them where I can. But I don't allow it to overwhelm me. I don't allow it to take away from me. I don't allow it to take me to a place where I get frustrated, where I get angry, where I get mad. Because as a fixer, that becomes an expectation. That becomes an expectation. So when it comes to your loved one, shift your focus. Shift it. Shift your focus to yourself. And all I'm asking of you is consider yourself first. So whenever anything is asked of you from any of your loved ones, nobody is saying say no. What I am saying is pause, take a moment to answer. And when you do, make sure you have considered yourself. Make sure you've considered what it is that you have going on, what it is that you have happening for you. And then when you say yes or no, you do it from a place of love and not from a place of malice. You won't do it from a place of hurt. You will do it from a place of where you're caring for your loved one. But you're giving them an honest answer, but you're putting you first. That's what shifting your focus is all about. Because as a fixer, we're not expected to do that. As a fixer, you're expected to always show up, always show out, always participate, always fix. That's what you're expected to do as a fixer. And so many people are fixers and they don't even realize it. You get caught in a situation of being a fixer and you don't even know that's what's happening. You don't realize it until you come and join a live with me. You come and join my program that will be kicking off the next cohort in August. And you're like, wow, I didn't realize that I have been the fixer for so many people for so long. That's that aha moment. You're like, wow, I had no clue. I had no idea. And I'm not saying don't be there for your loved one. I am not. I am not, because I am still there for mine. But I do it with boundaries. I do it with love. And I have my limitations on what I will and won't do. But I still love them. And they know I do. Because in every conversation, I tell them I love them. Especially the verbal conversations. If we're on the phone, I end every conversation with "I love you." Not so much as during the text messages, right? But I end every verbal conversation with the love you." So they know I still love them very much. And it's not much that I wouldn't do, but I do it with boundaries. I make sure that I think about me first. I think about what it is that I want to do. Is there anything that I have going on before I make a decision to say yes? And I used to say yes all the time because I didn't mind and it wasn't a big deal. But after a while, you're like, wow, I want to do this or I want to do that. I want to go here. I want to go there. I want to participate in. I want to travel more. All these things start to come up. And you're like, wow, I can't do it because, and you realize that you're putting everybody before yourself. You realize that you aren't considering you when making a decision. You're considering everybody else. Been there, done that for many years. And it wasn't a bad thing. And I definitely don't regret it. Not at all. But what I am saying in this day and time, I'm not saying that I will say no because that's not a true statement. But if I'm saying yes, I'm saying it with boundaries. I'm saying yes because I have thought about Keisha, what I have going on, and what I have to do. And I've thought about, am I available? And if I am not, then the answer is no. Regardless of how they come back to say, hey, well, what about this? Well, what about that? Well, I really got, well, then you work that out. You just work it out without me in this particular situation. But where I can show up, I do. I just do not make it a point to be readily available. I do not make it a point to always be available. I do not put myself in a situation where I am the first person that you call. And if I am, I try to talk you into trying to figure out how can you fix it yourself? How can you put it together yourself? What is it that you can do to help solve your own problems? Remember the saying, I say it in every live. You give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. You teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. And that is always the goal, teaching you how to fish. Teaching you how to fish in this program is setting healthy boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries. And that's not saying no, that's setting boundaries. And once you set the boundaries, what should you do? Implement them. Hold yourself accountable. Set the boundaries, implement, hold yourself accountable. That is necessary because you can set the boundaries all day. But if you don't hold yourself accountable, you'll be right back where you started. Nothing has changed. Nothing, right? So we set the boundaries. We hold ourselves accountable so that you can implement the boundaries. You teach others how to treat you. You teach others how to respect you. You teach others how to respect your boundaries. You teach people how to deal with you. You don't let people dictate how they deal with you. Each person is their own individual person. And I would appreciate you if you set up the boundaries for me and told me how to treat you. That way I wouldn't have to guess about how to come at you, how to receive you, or how to deal with you. Boundaries are great. Boundaries are necessary. And that way there's not this unsaid uncertainty about should I talk to you, should I not talk to you, should I have a conversation with you about this, or should I be reserved about that? Set your boundaries. Set your boundaries up front, and people will know how to deal with you. And it's not a bad thing. I can't stress that enough. Boundaries are not bad. Boundaries are set for you to know how to deal with people and to have to learn to teach people, how to deal with you. Instead of them coming at you any way they want, saying anything to you, dealing with you any way they want, that should not be the expectation. Stop them. Set your boundaries. Become accountable with your boundaries. and people will respect them. I'm telling you. And it'll be a lot easier on you. You will rest a lot easy. The stress, I'm not saying it's all going to be gone, but it will be a lot lighter. It would definitely be a lot lighter. So when it's your turn and somebody is saying, hey, can you, will you, won't you? You can say, maybe not right now. Call me in 24 hours. Give me a minute and I'll let you know. So you have to set your boundaries, implement your boundaries, and just ensure the accountability is there. That way, people know how to come at you. People know how to talk to you. People know how to deal with you. And then you have to make sure you are accountable so people don't run over your boundaries like they don't exist. You don't want to be wishy washy, right? You don't want to come in and come out. You don't want people to change your boundaries. They're yours. They are yours. Set your boundaries, implement your boundaries, and make yourself accountable for your boundaries so that you can take care of you. I want to thank all of you for showing up, for watching me live, and for watching the replay. My name is Keisha Mason Campbell. I am the author of Not Your Journey to Take. In my program, I teach women that no is a complete sentence. I show them how to set healthy boundaries and to put themselves first when it comes to their loved one. So I want to thank you so much for showing up and showing out and being here with me this evening. And I look forward to talking to you soon. I will be doing my pop-up sipping chats throughout the rest of the month so that I can continue to talk to you about the program in August. And I look forward to you sending me a DM if you have any questions about the program. And I look forward to seeing you in my lives as I continue to show up for you all. So you're welcome, Stephanie. Listen, you have known me a long time. I am pretty consistent with how I show up. I love, love, love. I will give, 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 but I believe in boundaries. I do believe in boundaries. I do believe in having the boundaries there because I am setting them for me. Not that I love you any less, not that I can't help you, when it comes to our loved ones. However, boundaries are there for a reason. You need it to have a peace of mind. You need it. You can't let people take your boundaries because you wishy-washy with it. You cannot set and keep your boundaries. People will respect them a lot more than what you think. People will respect you a lot more than what you think when you have the boundaries. Why? Because they'll know how to deal with you. You're teaching people how to deal with you. You're teaching people how to come in and have a conversation with you. You're teaching people how to manage the relationship with you. You're teaching people you just can't come to me with anything. You can't ask me for everything. You can't expect me to do anything you say. With my boundaries, I'm letting you know up front how we're going to handle this relationship. I'm letting you know up front where we're going in this relationship. And this is to all your loved ones. And your loved one can be your parents, your uncle, your aunts, your kids, your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your work friends, your work associates, right? That's for everybody. Boundaries are there for you and to protect you. And it's not protecting you from people like somebody has some kind of malice idea trying to hurt you. No, that's not what it means. It just means setting those boundaries is creating focus, right, for yourself. Creating those boundaries help you to help yourself be centered and do what? Focus on you. You can't help somebody if you can't help yourself first. If I am not in a good space, if I am not, healthy in how I feel, healthy in my mental, right? I can't help the next person because now what I'm giving you is toxic. Now what I'm giving you won't put you in a good space. What I'm giving you is what I'm feeling, which isn't fair. So if I'm taking care of me first and I'm setting these boundaries, then when I talk to you, I'm coming to you from a good space. I'm coming to you from a big heart. I'm coming to you with kindness and with love. I'm not just talking out the side of my neck because, I'm not balanced. Listen, Stephanie, absolutely set the boundaries because you will get overwhelmed and absolutely you will have resentment. Absolutely you will have resentment because people overstep boundaries all the time. And sometimes they don't even realize that's what they're doing. That's even crazy, right? They don't even realize they've stepped over boundaries. They don't even realize that they're coming into your personal space and they're violating. They don't know. But they will know when you begin to set boundaries. Set them, implement, make yourself accountable. I'm going to say it again for you, Stephanie. Set them, implement, make yourself accountable. Teach people how to treat you. Teach people how to love you. Teach people how to talk to you. Teach them. As my grandma would say, learn them how to do it. Learn them how to treat you. Learn them how to talk to you. Only you can do that. Nobody knows what your expectations are if you don't share. Nobody knows what your boundaries are if you don't share. You have to make sure you are taking care of your mental, your physical, your emotional. You can't do that with no boundaries. You cannot. And people say it all the time, oh, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm all right. Yeah, you are. But at some point in time, you're going to realize that, wow, I just let anybody into my life and I don't regulate it. You should regulate every relationship in your life. And that doesn't mean it's a military type of lifestyle. It just means you just can't come to me any kind of way. You can't talk to me any kind of way. That doesn't mean you can come to me and be disrespectful. You can't come to me and have the expectation that I should move when you say move. We're all grown here. I shouldn't move when you say move. You shouldn't expect me to move when you say move. You should talk to me the way you want somebody to talk to you. Boundaries are necessary just in our everyday lives and as adults. We have about 1,000 moving parts at the same time. 1,000 moving parts at the same time. And because you can't work on each one at the same time all the time, you have to create boundaries. So that way you can deal with people as you see fit and as comfortable as you can without getting overwhelmed, having resentment, feeling like somebody is violating you. Because that's kind of what it is. It becomes a violation because I have allowed you to come into my life and to come into my space, but you take it and do what you want to do with it because I have not set boundaries. I have not set the expectation. I have not showed you, taught you, or as my grandma would say, learned you how to treat me. People only do what you allowed them to do. And I know some people will be like, oh, I'm grown. I can do what I want to do. I can say what I want to say. Of course you can, just not to me. Not if you want a conversation. Not if you want my assistance. Not if you need me to do anything. You're not talking to me any kind of way. You're not coming to me with the expectations to think that I'm just going to move when you say move. Boundaries are so necessary. Boundaries are a must in our lives. And it's not there to hurt anyone, and it's not there to hurt you. It helps you to put yourself in a safe space. It helps you to protect yourself. So just understand boundaries are necessary. And we'll talk more about boundaries. I'll be doing a pop up sip and chats throughout the rest of the month as I talk about my program that starts in August. The name of the program is Not Your Journey to Take. So, again, tell you what I do. I teach women that no is a complete sentence and understand it might be 2 letters, a short word, but it's a complete sentence. I owe you no explanation for my no. I owe you no explanation for my no. Second, I show you how to set healthy boundaries and put yourself first when it comes to your loved ones. So many of us, one, don't know how to set boundaries. Two, we don't know how to say no. When you realize that you can do those two things, my gosh, you will know that you have arrived. You will know that I can take care of me and my mental, and I'm not dependent or codependent on anyone else. And I don't need somebody else to come in and start making moves in my life because I can say no. I can set those boundaries and you will respect them. So I know I was driving up earlier and I apologize about that, but I get so passionate about just women being able to say no, women being able to set healthy boundaries and being able to put yourself first. It is a luxury we all deserve. It is a luxury. So, again, thank you so much for joining me at my natural journey to take, sip, and chat. Tonight was tea for me. Normally, it's probably a Starbucks or a mimosa, depending on the day, time, or night. But again, I thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing all of you throughout the month of July and early August. And for those of you watching the replay, I appreciate you as well. Have a great night. Thank you for joining me.